Hi, this is Machel Shull, and you are here with me at Gentle Yoga TV. I am so excited you are here. We are at the park. We've got a big fat cactus right there, and we are once again doing a complete beginner's yoga flow. Thank you so much for being here. And this next piece we're doing actually can work with that last video that we did. So keep that in mind. We're just going to have an easy under 15 minutes, between 10 to 15 minutes, just to kind of move that body, have a little fun. Namaste. So let's begin on our mat, and this is a complete beginner's yoga flow again. And let me just reiterate what this is to me. I have it in my very first video and why I started this channel. Gentle yoga just totally changed my life last year. Teaching gentle yoga for the last 2 years, wow. Because I used to only be into that harder yoga. And this is right where we all need to be, is just finding that stillness within and just moving very gently with our bodies and breathing deep. So let's get started. Let's start on our mat right here and ground down through our feet and align our platforms of our bodies, starting with our ankles right beneath our knees. Knees are right beneath our hips. And let's bring our hands right down here into Dasana, mountain pose, and just take a couple of breaths in and out through the nose. Let's do one more breath. Just even those 2 breaths felt so good. So let's start here, and we're going to kind of build on from that last video. If you didn't see that, check that one out next. But right now, let's inhale, stretch those arms up. We're just going to kind of move the body here this morning. Exhale through the nose. Let's do that again, kind of stretching over to the other side. Sweeping those arms down. And now let's actually just take those shoulders up to the ears and around. Just being very gentle with our bodies this morning. One more breath. Excellent. Actually, let's do one more thing here. Just stretch our arms out nice and long and strong. Take a nice fresh inhale. Exhale through the nose, pushing firmly through your toes and lifting that heart space. Let's just do little wrist rolls right here. The shoulders begin to relax as the arms do all of the work. Maybe turning that neck side to side. Let's do one more round. Just enjoying our body, our breath. And on the next inhale, let's turn those palms up. Chin up, gazing up at the palms. Exhale, let's bring those arms down by our side. Excellent. And now let's just step up to the top of our mat, grounding down, bringing our hands to our heart center, aligning that neck with the spine. Let's inhale, lift those arms up. And exhale, we're just bending over, forward fold, nice micro bend in that back as you really scoop out that back, and then bend, hinging at the hips, crown of the head's coming down. Inhale, halfway lift. Really engage that core there, strong, long back. Exhale, forward fold. And let's inhale all the way back up, and we're going to sweep those arms up over our head, maybe gazing up at the palms. And on that exhale, bring your hands right back to your heart center. Let's do that a little faster. Inhale, stretching those arms up, little micro bend in that back. Exhale, we're diving down, forward fold, little micro bend and those legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And now we're going to add on right here. Plant those hands, and we're going to step our legs back. 2 long steps on your mat, lifting those hips, nice and high, okay? And now ground down through your hands very strongly through all those fingers, and watch, we're going to lift those hips, bringing those feet a little closer for our first downward dog. And now the sit bones are going to lift high to the sky as we really bring in that lower part of our belly. Breathing in and out through the nose, and just really start to lift those heels up and walk those feet out. Ooh, some loud noises going on there. Somewhere in the neighborhood. Let's keep lifting those heels up. Just really pedal those feet out, accentuating the movement of your legs. Let's do one more breath. Excellent. And on the next breath, we're just going to release that left knee down and just gently step that right foot forward into a low lunge. And let's just lift up on those hands right on those knees right here. And just taking a little gentle stretch with that hip flexor. Let's inhale, lift those arms up. And on that exhale, let's open that heart cactus arms, really lifting that chin up, grounding down through those toes in the front. Inhale, stretch those arms up. And now we're going to exhale, bring those hands down. We're actually, as we inhale, sweep that right arm up for 3 full breaths, really accentuating, extending that shoulder up to the sky. And the hips are just gently sinking down toward the mat as we lift that heart space up. One more breath. Inhale, sweep that right hand. Shift our hips back right here, walking those hands back. That right leg is nice and long. And we're going to make sure our hips are level first. And let's take a halfway lift. Nice, fresh inhale. And then exhale, forward fold. 3 breaths right here. Breathing in and out through the nose, nice and steady. One more breath. Inhale, lift that heart space and place that foot down. Walk your hands back. Hands and extend those hips up to the sky one more time in downward dog. And once again, really pedal out those feet, coming up onto the balls of your feet. Pushing firmly into the hands, and your head is coming down between your arms, just very gently, and away from your shoulders. One more breath. Nice fresh inhale as we release that right knee. And just gently step that left foot forward, softening that back foot, and we're just going to rise up onto our knee. Just kind of stretching out that right hip flexor here very softly. And now let's inhale, lift that heart space up. Arms rising up over our head. And on our exhale, let's open that heart cactus arms, really lifting that chin up, creating a space between our chin to our heart. Inhale, stretch those arms up. Exhale, bring those hands down. And remember, once again, let's shift those hips back as that front foot comes up, and maybe modify those hands right by your shin. Take that fresh inhale, making sure those hips are level. And then exhale, forward fold for 3 breaths. Nice little runner stretch right here. Just surrendering that upper back. One more breath. Feels so good. Inhale, Let's lift that heart space. Foot is coming down. Place those hands right there by that front foot. Toes forward. Lift that knee and let's extend those hips up, back into downward dog. Walking those feet out once again. And let's actually kind of move those hips just a little side to side. We've got one more breath. Staying connected to our victorious breath in and out through the nose. On the next inhale, let's begin to walk up to our hands very slowly with a nice micro bend already in those legs, and take a nice halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Crown of the head is coming down. And let's actually, I'm just going to turn sideways here so you can kind of see. Nice micro bend in the knees and reach for those elbows. Crown of the head's coming down. And just gently sway side to side. One more breath. Very gentle, easy flow this morning. Staying connected to our breath, and let's release those shoulders. They begin to slowly, really vertebrae at a time, just rising up, rolling that spine. So we come all the way up to the top of our mat. It felt so good. So let's start here once again at the top of our mat, really lifting that heart space. And let's step that left foot back, okay? And now we're going to have a nice heel to arch alignment, finding our triangle pose as we ground down through those feet. Heel is right there in the middle of that back arch, okay? Parallel to the mat, hands on the hips, and let's first just gently release that tailbone down. And inhale, extend those arms long and strong, and gaze out over that front hand. Staying here for one moment, and then on that exhale, let's reach forward. That hip is hinging into the body as that right hand is coming down. Micro bend in that knee as we inhale, stretch that left arm up. Maybe gazing up at that hand, really imagining almost if there's a wall right there behind us. We've got one more breath, rooting that back foot down on the edge of that foot. Toes are pushing in, and let's actually take that extended hand and reach over our head. One more breath. Inhale, let's root to rise. That right arm is reaching up as we reverse that triangle. That left hand's coming down toward that knee. One more breath, pushing firmly into our feet, keeping that balance. Inhale, let's bring those arms back parallel. And now watch this. We're just gonna reverse those feet, okay? So that right side, we've got that foot parallel to that side of the mat, and we have that heel to arch alignment. Really lifting that heart space. Inhale, gazing out over that front hand, little micro bend in that front leg to protect that knee. And let's reach forward on that exhale. Hip kind of hinges in as that left hand comes down. And we reach up to the sky. Almost imagining there's a wall behind us, aligning our body, softening that right hip. Ooh, heard a little crack there in the back. That felt good. And on the next breath, let's take that hand above our head and just reach forward. Extending that right side nice and long. One more breath. Let's look down at that bottom foot right there. Take a fresh inhale and root to rise, reversing that triangle. Utthita Trikonasana in reverse. Oh, it feels so good, especially right here. One more breath. Inhale, sweep those arms down. long and strong. This foot's now parallel. Let's bring our hands right there, and we're just going to kind of work our feet back together. And all we're going to do now to kind of wind this down is just actually do this. Just going to kind of move our hips just a little side to side. Just being very gentle with the hips, just kind of checking in to see what your range of motion is in your hips and how good that feels. Let's do one more breath. Bringing our hands to our heart center. Grounding ourselves down with one more breath. Finding our center, our sweet space of peace, right there. I am so grateful you were here for this little light flow, very easy, just a simple way to move that body, get that body feeling, making sure you ground down through those feet. When you're in these poses, really rooting down, protecting those knees. I'm having a little micro bend on each side when we're in those harder poses, and just pay attention to your breath, finding what feels right for you and loving yourself. I am grateful you are here with me at Gentle Yoga TV today. It's a little warm, but I feel good. I'm glad you're here. I am grateful for you. Namaste. That was it. Gentle Yoga TV, nice and easy. Ground down through those feet. Remember to have a nice micro bend and those knees. And let's get through this together. I'm so grateful you are here. I can feel you in spirit. It is exciting to move our bodies, to breathe deep. And please subscribe to my channel. If you have any requests, please leave them down below. I'm here for you, and I'm grateful for you. Namaste.